guys, it's day 11. Sorry you didn't get an update yesterday. I figured I'd update you on evening of night 9. My last video that I left you with was doing pretty good on day 9 until the evening hours. I started to get lethargic and not feeling well, and things kind of took a turn from there. So day 10, I'll just insert a picture here of day 10. So yesterday was probably the first day of like a really bad die-off. I was so miserable, and it's continued into today. But yesterday was really scary. I did end up on the bathroom floor with excruciating pain in my stomach. And I really thought I was going to pass out. I think a panic attack came on top of the pain. And luckily Robert was home to help take care of me because it was a really scary experience. I had a call with my doctor yesterday, my functional medicine doctor yesterday. It was a video conference. And it was like right as we were ending the call, I told her, I said, I got to go. And I got really sick in the bathroom. And then it just kind of continued on. She said that experiencing the diarrhea is actually a good thing because it means that I am finally releasing the toxins, and everything that I explained to her as far as symptoms, she said it's exiting me. So although it's extremely unpleasant and scary, because literally from minute to minute, like I'm having a calm moment right now, however, my stomach is super gurgly, super loud, like it's talking. I keep saying to myself, it's like the bugs are in there screaming and dying. And that's kind of how I, one of the things I get myself through, and just say, you're killing them, and they're dying. And that's why they're so angry. And that's why the die-off is so unbelievably uncomfortable and painful. And, basically that's what she said too. So there's a lot of bubbling, a lot of gurgling, a lot going on. She advised me to up my baths instead of just once a day to twice a day right now. So I take 2 Epsom salt baths per day, one in the morning, and then my next one's about 7:30 every night. For me, I use distraction, so I get in the hot bath, but I have a laptop that we set up in the bathroom on a TV stand type tray, and I put my headphones in and I watch episodes of Friends, and that keeps my mind busy. I did my bath earlier. Today is day 11. Still experiencing the die-off. She told me to add in ginger tea for now while I'm experiencing the die-off to help the elimination process move smoother, because we don't want any of that staying inside when you have something like this. Once the process begins of you eliminating, you want to keep it moving until it's completely out. And I know this is a gross subject. For those of you that are here for Avon, let me just remind you, if you're not interested in my gut issues and what's going on with my stomach, oh, that was loud. Hopefully you didn't hear that. That was super loud. Then of course you can always just leave this video and head over to the other playlist. But for those of you following this and have gut issues, or you're interested in what's going on with me, we're talking about stomach issues here that involves constipation, diarrhea, cramps, the whole gamut of it. So when you first clicked on the Sibo thing, it's what I'm going to be talking about, unfortunately. And if it could help somebody else, though, that's going through this Sibo process, or gut issues, and maybe you don't know what's going on with you, and you've been to doctor upon doctor upon doctor, and you just cannot get a diagnosis as to what is going on, ask them to give you a hydrogen or lactose breath test, because that's what showed that I have this bacteria. And if you didn't see, I'll put the video up here again of Sibo, my story, and what Sibo is, and the small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. But today it continues. She said to expect it to happen for 3-4 days or so to be going through this. So I'm trying to get a lot of rest. I'm trying to still sip my drinks. Robert is staying with me because, again, from minute to minute, I don't know if the next minute I'm gonna feel like I'm gonna pass out or get up too fast, and that's been happening. I get really dizzy, so I'm in bed a lot. And when I'm not in bed sleeping or resting, and I'm in the tub or in the bathroom, So it's not a fun process, but for anybody that is really trying to eradicate this, sometimes you have to do some drastic things that are uncomfortable and painful in order to persevere out the other side. So my journey won't be over when I'm done with the 22 days. I have 11 days to go on the liquid drink. Then the harder part, well, part of the next phase will be me having to reintroduce food, which is a whole other thing because you've got to restart the digestive system up. And then you still have to make sure that you're properly adding in, prokinetics so that things keep moving, and otherwise you'll end up with this again. It'll just come right back. So you've got to make sure that everything's in place and that you introduce foods really slowly. And the best way I can explain it to people that don't understand the condition is, once you're finished with something like this, you've wiped out everything in your gut pretty much, and you're gonna have to rebuild your gut. So it's kind of like having a newborn baby's tummy. If you look at it like that, when a newborn baby is born, they're drinking breast milk. My drink looks like, we were laughing the first day I made it. It's kind of a yellow in consistency, and I'm like, God, it's like I'm on breast milk or formula or something right now. It's giving me all the nutrients I need, but it's already digested for me. I don't have to do any of the work in digesting, and that's, when a baby is on formula or nursing, their digestion doesn't have to work really hard because there's no large bits. It's just liquid. And so what do when they go to the bathroom? It's liquid. So my stomach is like a newborn baby's right now. Sorry if that's TMI. But once this is over, then it still has to be like a newborn baby. So we have to introduce like broths and then pureed carrots and pureed, foods for a while. So some people think just once I'm done with the liquid drink that it's over. And it's not, because then I have to move into the next phase. So this is it's a process, but I've been dealing with stomach issues for as long as I can remember, and then they've just gotten they got better for a while. I thought I was doing better, and then, if you watch my original video, the proton pump inhibitors, which is like Nexium and Prilosec, that just really destroyed any acid in there that kills off bad bacteria and brought this condition out completely. So if you're on a proton pump inhibitor like Nexium or Prilosec or whatever, please don't be on it long, because you can end up with worse problems than the acid problems that you're having now. I can tell you, I posted a picture of day 6 in one of my videos and my stomach was flatter. Guess what? Today I am bloated, super bloated. And I'm in my underwear, but I don't know if I've got my shirt on. My belly is so bloated again. I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, I look pregnant again. And I was super flat just a few days ago. And that's not me pushing my stomach out. I mean, that is, I don't know if you could see the perspective of how much that's sticking out. So this is what we're dealing with. And that is because of die-off. So I kind of welcome it, even though it's uncomfortable and it's gurgly and whatever. I know that that's a sign that the toxins are releasing and producing gases as they're dying. And that's what's causing me all this discomfort. So it's a good sign, but I'm in the midst of it. So I had a moment to update you, and I will keep you posted. I don't know what my night's going to look like. I know I was up in the middle of the night a couple times last night, back and forth to the bathroom. So it's exiting. The evil is leaving. We need it to keep leaving until it's completely cleaned me out. So thank you guys so much for your thoughts and prayers. I really appreciate you. And if you are somebody that's suffering with this type of thing and you don't know what's going on, check out the support groups I have below. Talk to me down below. Let me know what you're going through, because I didn't have anybody when the doctors called and said you have Sibo. I had no idea really what it was, and they were like, "Here, just take this antibiotics." And if you watch my original video, I talk about how 7 days on that, and I was in the hospital. And that's when I decided to research more and look into some support groups. And without those support groups, I learned so much from what other people were going through that I was like, I'm not going the antibiotics route anymore, because people do rounds and rounds and rounds of it and they end up right back with Sibo again. So I don't want to do that. This has a very high success rate on the elemental diet. So I've been waiting to do this for a long time, but I'm so glad I have somebody that can guide me through the process because it's a scary experience. So again, thank you guys, and I will update you when I can. And if it's just a picture, like day 10, there was no way I was filming yesterday. I'll try to film when I can. So thank you for following, and God bless everybody. See ya.